Hey guys, I just wanted to make a video to document what I eat in a day, normal daily serving of food. Several reasons to basically document what I eat, to be a part of my journey and show that, as well as to express to people who haven't had the sleeve surgery what you could eat as a potential daily meal plan that would enable you to lose weight. Because essentially for 20 years I tried to lose weight and couldn't. And you can call it whatever, lazy, lack of willpower, I don't care. I mean, there's people that say stuff like, you took the easy way out. I could care less because it's for my life, it's for me and my health and my happiness. And so I don't give a fuck if people think that. That's fine. They can think that. But it doesn't matter. The meal plan that we have to eat is pretty sound. It's a pretty good meal plan for conducive to losing weight. And I'll give an estimate of the calories because it just differs, but it's pretty much within 100 to 200 calories a day. Probably have the same amount daily. So whether you've had surgery or not, eating this way will cause you to lose weight, because that's essentially what happens. The surgery forces us to calorie restrict. If you eat correctly, you can eat certain foods that we call slider foods that will basically slide through your sleeve and enable you to eat more calories than you should, and that'll put weight on. So you got to be careful. You got to make better choices. You need to exercise, which I've started doing. I actually went at 2 a.m. the other night. I couldn't sleep. It was 1 o'clock in the morning. I had insomnia, and I was like, by 2 I still couldn't go to sleep, and I was like, get up and do something then, man. Be productive. I'm not going to sit there and be upset and cry about having insomnia. So I was like, I'm going to the gym. So I went to my local gym and nobody was there. I had the gym like all to myself, which was kind of cool. But anyways, I've taken a few video clips of what I eat in a typical day, and I'll mash those together and paste it in here with this. So I hope you enjoy. Again, if you haven't had the surgery and you follow a similar meal plan, you'll lose weight. It's been falling off of me. So consider those things. Two eggs over easy and some sauteed peppers, mushrooms, and onions. When I get them all done, sometimes I'll sprinkle a little bit of cheese on there and a little bit of flax, organic flax ground, because it's really good for fiber. And also I usually put these spices on my breakfast if it's eggs. And sometimes I can finish it all, and sometimes I can't. So yeah, these as well. Women's prenatal vitamin D. This one is blood pressure, and this one is heartburn. And then I have to have my coffee. So I grabbed my coffee at my local store. It's only $1 too. It's a 20-ounce mug for $1. Grab the coffee, and that's pretty much how breakfast goes until that's around 8 o'clock. All this is done by 8, and then 12 o'clock I get lunch. All right, so usually if I haven't had lunch today, and I don't think I'm going to. I'm not going to have like a legit lunch. But this is something typically I would eat as a snack, which would be a cheese stick, mozzarella stick, and some peanuts. Sometimes I can eat the whole thing of peanuts with the cheese stick, sometimes not, just depends. And a cup of coffee. So it's I usually have 2 cups of coffee a day. The first one's the breakfast cup, and the second one is the snack cup afterwards. So if I was gonna eat my regular lunch, it would typically be a can of sardines and a pickle, because anything vinegary is good for sleeve patients, because we eat a lot of high-fat foods, and typically that'll cause gallbladder issues, and vinegar will help break up gallstones. So I like to eat olives, pickles, pickled beets often. And sometimes for lunch, I will get a can of tuna, Star Kiss, Chunk Light, and vegetable oil. sometimes water, it doesn't matter. And I'll put some ranch in there. So like that's ranch, just a little bit. Actually, that's probably a lot. I probably did that by accident, or maybe it was on purpose. Either way, this is usually my lunch. If I'm not gonna drink coffee or just have a snack or whatever. And then after that, I'll have a pickle. Sometimes I'll eat it with it. But one of those, did I show you already? Yeah, those big slices there. I'll do that. So there's lunch. Sometimes this is a typical dinner. So like it's half a can of pinto beans, and it's about, I'd say half a can runs about 7 ounces probably. And then some type of vegetable, if I can find one. It's a tomato, a Roma tomato with a little salt on it. This is definitely enough to be a full meal for me. In fact, I may not be able to finish it, but that's what I try to do for like a dinner size portion. Okay, so that's pretty much what I'll eat in a typical day. And I want to add in that drink as much water as you possibly can get in. If you haven't had surgery, I would say at least drink a liter of water a day, at least 100 ounces of water a day. If you can get a gallon in, get a gallon in. As a sleeve patient, it's hard for me to get in water, and I drink other things, sometimes alcohol, sometimes coffee, and don't count that as your water. You really need to get in. And for me, I noticed that I'll break a weight loss stall if I get in a minimum of 48 ounces of water in a day. So I would say that, I know that's low balling, but honestly that's good for me. I've had trouble getting that much in, so I'm happy when I get 48 ounces of water plus my 2 20-ounce cups of coffee. So I mean, it ends up being about 100 ounces of liquid, and then if I have any alcohol, which I seem to have been doing more of lately, not tons though. Like I only drink shots, and not a lot, and I don't do that every night, but maybe 3 nights a week. So, because I'm in a band, and it seems to go with the territory there. That's my food plan. Eat similarly, and you'll lose weight. You can change out really anything for a similar macronutrient value of food. So instead of a cheese stick, maybe a yogurt, or something like that. Something that makes sense. The texture of the food makes a lot of difference. Instead of eating some chips, which will slide, or popcorn, which will slide, the salmon, the fish, the eggs, it goes through much slower, and so it stays there longer, and it causes me to digest less food, so that I don't want to eat more. So it makes a difference of the selection of food texture as well. So I hope that's informative for you. I hope that you're getting weight loss. Make sure to exercise. Drink your water, exercise, rest. Get in the sun. It helps to convert vitamin D and gives you energy, makes you feel better. It activates serotonin. Did I say water? And eat healthy. Try to add more fruits and vegetables to your diet. If you have a normal stomach, add more fruits and vegetables to your diet on top of those protein portions that I showed you. And I do that vitamin whole rigmarole because I don't get enough fiber and things from fruits and vegetables, which I'm going to convert back to when I get down to goal weight. So, congratulations on your decision to start to lose weight. Thank you for watching the video. Like, share. Have a great one.